It started quietly, the kind of small whisper that spreads through retirement communities and coffee shops like wildfire. One person mentions it, then another, and before long, everyone's talking about it. Not a new medication, not a diet, not another expensive gadget, but a simple cleaning tool. The one nobody expected to make life so much easier. Meet Helen, age 67. She lives in a small, sunlit apartment on the 8th floor of a quiet city building. The kind with a balcony view of trees that change color in the fall and where the sound of distant traffic feels comforting, not chaotic. Helen has lived here for 15 years, surrounded by memories, framed photos, plants she's nurtured since her husband passed, and shelves filled with mementos of a life well lived. For years, cleaning had become something she dreaded. Her knees ached, her back complained. Even something as small as reaching under the couch or dusting the corners seemed like climbing a mountain. "I'll do it tomorrow," she'd whisper. But tomorrow always came with another excuse. And slowly, things piled up. If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. Many seniors over 60 quietly face the same challenge, wanting to keep their homes as bright and tidy as their memories, but fighting the physical limits that aging brings. Then one afternoon, over tea with her friend Louise from the next building, Helen heard something that made her eyes widen. Louise leaned in like she was sharing a secret. "You know that new cleaning thing everyone's using? The one that spins on its own? You have to try it. I can finally reach the corners of my kitchen without breaking my back." Helen laughed. "A cleaning tool? Louise, I've tried them all. They work for a month, then fall apart." But Louise just smiled. "This one's different. Trust me, it's the only one I've actually kept using." That night, Helen couldn't stop thinking about it. A cleaning tool that actually helps? One that seniors are secretly using? It sounded like hype, but something in her gut said maybe, just maybe, it was worth a look. Here's where curiosity meets transformation. Because what Helen, and so many others, discovered isn't just about cleaning. It's about freedom. You see, this tool wasn't invented for the young or the tech-savvy. It was designed with seniors in mind. Lightweight, self-spinning, ergonomic handle, and no bending. Imagine the feeling of finally being able to clean your floor, your counters, even those forgotten corners, without pain, without asking for help, without losing your breath halfway through. The next morning, Helen ordered one online. "I'll regret it," she told herself, but clicked buy now anyway. 2 days later, the box arrived, plain, simple, nothing fancy. She unpacked it, expecting another disappointment. But as soon as she tried it, her jaw dropped. It worked. Effortlessly. She glided it across the floor, and the rotating microfiber head spun like magic, grabbing dust and crumbs like a magnet. She didn't have to twist or stoop. It was quiet, smooth. It even reached under the bed without a single complaint from her back. Helen stopped halfway through the living room, holding it still in her hand. "Why did nobody tell me about this sooner?" she whispered. If you've ever found yourself avoiding housework because it just feels too heavy, too tiring, too much for one person, this story is for you. Because here's the truth. Independence doesn't end at 60, 70, or 80. It just changes shape. And that's what Helen realized that day. Cleaning wasn't just about keeping things tidy. It was about feeling capable again. Have you ever had that one thing, that one small win, that made you feel like you could handle anything again? Let us know in the comments. We love hearing your stories. Within a week, Helen noticed something else. Her mood lifted. She woke up each morning with a sense of purpose, small, but real. Instead of dreading the day's chores, she actually looked forward to her little cleaning ritual. The strange part? She wasn't the only one. Louise introduced her to a small online group. Seniors from all over the country who'd started using the same tool. They shared photos of their shiny floors, stories of grandkids visiting, laughter over before and after moments. Some even said it had helped them feel younger again. And if you think that's exaggerated, here's what's fascinating. When people feel capable in one area of their life, that confidence spills into others. That's the quiet secret behind this story. This wasn't a sponsored trend. It was a movement of independence. A small, practical act that became a ripple of emotional change. Helen started hosting her daughter more often. Her home felt lighter, not just physically, but emotionally. But here's where the real urgency comes in. This particular model? It keeps selling out. Seniors share it in private groups, and every restock disappears in hours. So, if you've been putting off making your space easier to manage, this might be your sign. Don't wait until the next backache, the next dusty corner that reminds you of what you can't do anymore. Because, as Helen learned, sometimes it's not about the cleaning tool. It's about reclaiming the freedom to care for yourself on your own terms. You're not too old to make life easier. You're not too late to start fresh. Imagine walking into your living room tonight, light catching on the clean floor, breathing a little easier, knowing you did it yourself. That's not just cleaning. That's dignity. A few days later, Helen's daughter, Amanda, stopped by for her usual Sunday visit. She walked in, stopped at the doorway, and blinked. "Mom, what happened in here? It looks like someone hired a cleaning crew." Helen smiled, leaning on the handle of her new favorite gadget. "Nope, just me and this little thing." Amanda looked closer. "You cleaned all this yourself?" Helen nodded, half proud, half amused. "Apparently, your mother's got a secret weapon." They both laughed, but there was more behind Helen's smile than humor. There was pride, quiet, steady pride that comes from proving to yourself that you're still capable. That night, after Amanda left, Helen made herself a cup of tea and stood by the window, gazing at her reflection. Her apartment felt lighter, yes, but something inside her felt lighter too. You see, there's something powerful about taking back a piece of your independence, especially when the world keeps whispering that you're slowing down. If you're over 60 and you've ever felt like everyday chores were stealing your energy, not because you don't care, but because your body just doesn't move the way it used to, then Helen's story is your story too. The truth is, independence isn't lost overnight. It fades one small struggle at a time. The jar you can't open, the shelf you can't reach, the floor that never seems to shine the way it used to. But every once in a while, something comes along that gives you one of those struggles back. And that's exactly what this simple cleaning tool did for Helen. Now, here's where things get interesting. The tool itself isn't some expensive, complicated machine. It's small, quiet, easy to store, and light enough for a child to lift. What makes it so special is how it moves with you. It doesn't fight your body, it flows with it. It bends, it glides, and it gives you control again. Helen said it best when she told her friends, "It's not about cleaning floors. It's about feeling like me again." She even joined a group chat of other seniors who shared the same experience. People in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, posting before and after photos, trading cleaning hacks, and celebrating little victories. One woman from Arizona shared how she'd stopped inviting people over because her house had gotten too messy, until she started using the same tool. "Now," she said, "my grandchildren play on my floor again. It's spotless." Another from Florida said it helped her keep her independence after hip surgery. And that's the beauty of it. Small wins, real joy. If you've been waiting for a sign to make life easier, this is it. Don't wait for someone else to notice. Don't wait until the clutter takes away your peace of mind. You deserve a home that feels clean, calm, and truly yours. And here's a little secret. People are quietly rushing to grab this exact tool right now. The model Helen uses keeps selling out, and when it's gone, it takes weeks to restock. It's spreading through senior communities like wildfire, not because it's trendy, but because it works. So if you're watching this and thinking, maybe I'll try it next week, don't. Do it tonight, because next week might be too late. Imagine how different your morning could feel tomorrow. Walking barefoot on a spotless floor, no pain, no exhaustion, no guilt. Just that simple, beautiful feeling of, I can do this. You've earned that. Helen's story doesn't end with a clean apartment. It ends with her feeling alive again. She started rearranging her furniture, watering her plants more often, even redecorating a little. "Once I saw what a difference one small tool could make," she said, I realized how much more I could still do. And that's what Reset for Seniors is all about. Not just tools and tips, but rediscovering what's still possible, even when life slows down. Every day is another chance to make things a little brighter, a little easier, a little lighter. So here's what I want you to remember tonight. If you're over 60 and you've ever thought, maybe it's too late to reset, it's not. You don't need to move mountains. You just need to take one small step that makes life feel more yours again. Maybe that's decluttering your closet, finally organizing that kitchen drawer, or, like Helen, discovering the one tool that makes cleaning feel effortless again. Whatever it is, start now. Don't wait for perfect timing, because there's no such thing. Helen waited years before trying something new, and now she laughs every time she uses it. If I'd known it would be this easy, she says, I would have started years ago. And here's the part that might surprise you. It's not just about keeping things tidy. It's about mental clarity. Studies show that a clean space can actually reduce stress and anxiety, helping you sleep better and feel more energetic. That's why so many seniors secretly love this tool. It's not about vanity. It's about peace. They may not post about it, but they share it quietly, neighbor to neighbor, family to family, because it works. So when you hear someone say, "Oh, I'm too old for that," remember Helen. Remember Louise. Remember every senior who decided that comfort and cleanliness weren't luxuries. They were part of living well. And if you're watching this right now, maybe this is your sign. Your cue to stop putting things off. To stop settling for discomfort. Go ahead. Give yourself that gift tonight. Because sometimes, one small change can open the door to an entirely new chapter. So, what about you? What's one small thing that made your life easier or lighter after 60? Share it in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Reset for Seniors. Every week, we bring you real stories and practical ideas to help you live better, brighter, and freer, no matter your age. And remember, you're not slowing down. You're just resetting. So take that step. Make life easier tonight. Because you deserve it.